left arm parallel here, and if I took this right hand off, I'd be able to put my palm right against the wall that I'm looking at. All right, kind of giving it a high five just like this. Hi everyone, my name is Kevin Stoll and I'm the Director of Instruction here at the Club at Old Hawthorne in Columbia, Missouri. Today I've got the ultimate club face fix. We're going to fix that open club face once and for all by properly hinging our wrists. Now, what is wrist rotation versus flexion? Okay, a lot of people ask me all the time, Kevin, do I use my wrists in my swing? Do I keep them straight? What do I do? Well, the answer is absolutely we use them. We just have to do them in the proper way. What most people think about when they think about wrist hinge and rotation is they think about this action right here with their hands up and down, okay? The problem is when we start worrying about that up and down action, that club starts to roll inside like so, opening that club face, exposing it right towards the sky, okay? Now, the old school way of learning how to golf used to be similar to that. We used to go kind of thumbs up to thumbs up. The problem with that is when we wrap around that club to the back side of our body, now we have to time out that swing perfectly at impact for that club face to stay square and go straight. Now you can get away with that if you're playing golf all the time, like a tour player, right? But most of us are not. So we call those timing-based swings. People who do that, they tend to have good rounds, absolutely. When they're on, but when they're off, they're way off. We want to stay consistent. We want to have control over that club face and keep it nice and simple. So here's how we're going to do that. Instead of this up and down action, I want you to get used to this flexion action right here with your wrists, all right? Specifically for your right-handed players, your trail wrist or your right hand, okay? So for instance, if I took the club head back, I wouldn't roll my hands in this way, worrying about this type of hinge. What I would do was I would take it back to left arm parallel to the ground, okay? Focusing on my wrist action in a more flexed area this way. So if I went to left arm parallel here, and if I took this right hand off, I'd be able to put my palm right against the wall that I'm looking at, all right? Kind of giving it a high five just like this, all right? If I tend to roll inside, now all of a sudden, my left hand is on top of my right, and that palm is facing kind of straight up. We don't want that. That's a big makeup, and a lot of people will come over the top with an open club face, things like that, okay? So right hand control is very important this way. Again, we're going to take it to left arm parallel here, and if we hinge our wrist properly on the backswing, we're able now to push straight back, okay? Now, what about the downswing? We can get a pretty good position at the top right there, feeling like we're going to push that towards you. But the downswing is key. It doesn't matter if we get to a good position right here necessarily, if all of a sudden we start to really turn and spin our hips out, and all of a sudden this grip starts pointing to the right, and that club face is right back to where we tried to avoid in the very beginning, okay? So, we take it to the top of our swing, and as we get down our downswing, and our club shaft, let's say, is now parallel to the ground, all right, in this position 2 area. Once that club is parallel to the ground like this, I want you to feel like that this hand is pushing towards the ground like this, okay? Pushing downward. Having a really good sense of that club face at impact. That'll be a downward blow. That'll have a lot more compression and keep your club face nice and square, all right? So you're feeling like after you take it away and on your downswing, when your club shaft is going right down your feet line, that hand is going to feel like it's pushing right in the back of the ball for ultimate control, okay? Now, an important factor that comes with this is the type of grip that you have, okay? So someone that has an excessively weaker grip, meaning their hands are turned more to the left, specifically their lead hand, turned more to the left of the grip, if we try and do that wrist hinge properly, this wrist cock right here, if we try and do that properly with a weaker grip, now all of a sudden I can have a proper wrist hinge, but bang, my club face is now back open again, and it doesn't matter, okay? And the opposite of that is if we have a stronger grip and we end up doing that, now all of a sudden our club face is really shut and closed, all right? So what we're trying to do is find an in-between grip, all right? So if this was the center of your grip right here, the pad underneath your thumb pad right here, would go pretty much right on top of that center line, all right? And you notice that my left thumb is to the right of center. Now with your right hand, that palm, or sorry, the pad underneath your right palm will go right on top of your thumb there. Now if you notice, I just formed two V's with both of my hands, okay? And both of these V's are pointed towards my right shoulder, okay? That's a good neutral position. Relatively actually more towards the stronger side, but that's okay. That's what we want. We're trying to avoid having an open club face and a weak cut type of shot, all right? So control your hand, control your club face, and you'll hit straighter shots, guaranteed. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Also visit teamksg.com for online lessons, in-person lesson scheduling, tips, and more.